Hello, today I am super excited to share with you two huge SPACs that are set to explode upwards, and we are talking upsides of 2x to 3x in a very short period of time. They are Social Capital, Hedosophia the 6th and Fusion Acquisition Corp. In this video, I'll briefly go over some simple bullish reasons on these SPACs and what the potential risks are, and which one for me has the highest short-term upside potential. Stick around, you cannot afford to miss out on these SPACs. Keep it simple. For those of you new to the channel, I am the Simple Trader. I share with you explosive stocks that I'm looking to buy or already have sitting in my freedom portfolio. I am not a financial advisor, so please understand this is all just for entertainment. Full disclosure, I do not have any positions in these SPACs at the moment, but I am looking to load up very soon in one or both of these, so stick around to find out. Please let me know in the comments below if you think either of these is a buy right now, if you have a position already, or you simply think these are not going anywhere, as I'd be very interested to know. No more plugging, let's start drilling. Social Capital Hedosophia the 6th. Let's just call it by ticker symbol IPOF, is one of 6 SPACs that have been brought to the market by the legendary venture capitalist and CEO of Social Capital, Chamath Palihapitaya, and I hope I didn't butcher that. Some call him the SPAC man. I'm a scat man. Chamath Palihapitaya is of Sri Lankan descent, and he emigrated together with his family to Canada as refugees. In his early life, it was tough to say the least, and he was living on welfare in his younger years. His story is truly a unique one, and I have huge respect for his uprising. It goes to show there is no such thing as a lack of opportunity in this world. He was an early executive at Facebook between 2007 and 2011 before leaving to start his own fund, Social Capital, in 2015, which raised upwards of $1.1 billion in assets. One of the first investors in Social Capital was none other than Peter Thiel. It seems everything this guy touches turns to gold. Did I mention that IPOF is one of 6? Yes. Well, in 2019, IPOA scored the blockbuster merger with Richard Branson's Virgin Galactic and became ticker symbol SPAC. It trades around $23 to $26 and ran as high as $42, which represented a 320% upside before pulling back. More recently, back in mid-December 2020, IPOB merged with Opendoor and became ticker symbol OPEN. Open currently trades around $24, but it ran as high as $32, which represented a 230% upside before pulling back. In October 2020, IPOC announced a merger with the health insurance provider Clover Health, and the stock only started running up in mid-December and currently is trading around the $15 range, representing a 50% upside since IPO, and we are not even at the merger date yet, which is set to be in the first quarter of this year. IPOF has yet to announce a merger, but what we can only go on for now is the fact that it is the biggest SPAC of the 6 with over $1 billion raised. The prospectus on their Form 1 tells us what type of business they are looking to acquire, and there is not much to go on apart from the fact that it shall be a business operating in the technology industries, and there is no geographic limitation in this regard. Now, this is what I want to make clear, that this is by no means guaranteed, as we saw with IPOC, where the prospectus stated that they will be looking for a business in the technology industry. Okay, you could argue Clover Health is a technology-based insurance company, but they did say it will be a company operating outside of the US. That is simply not the case with the confirmed merger with Clover Health. So, buying in now on IPOF based on the past performances of the SPAC man with IPOA, IPOB and IPOC seems to be a great investment that should yield upwards of 2x in a very short amount of time. Again, IPOF is the largest SPAC of the 6 by the SPAC man, and so it could provide a blockbuster merger. Furthermore, with the reputation that Palihapitaya has now accumulated, to me it makes social capital Hedosophia a much more attractive proposition for big companies looking to go public via a SPAC.
Take advantage of that window of opportunity. That window of opportunity is closing.
We may have a window of opportunity.
We'll have a window of opportunity.
We're losing our window of opportunity.
We also have an extra team member on the board of IPOF in the form of former CEO of, check this, Twitter, Richard Costello, to go with the SPACman, and Ian Osborne, founder of Hedosophia, an investment firm who has winning investments in DST Global, which is a family of funds that invested into Alibaba, Airbnb, Facebook, Spotify, Twitter. You get it, he's a winner. If I'm a betting man, I would really just bet on these three gentlemen to pull out all the stops. The risk and downside is fairly limited. IPOF is trading around $12, meaning a potential downside of only around $2. What is different in IPOF to other SPACs are the units offered only include a quarter of a warrant. This means upon merger and redemption of these warrants, there is less dilution to adversely affect the stock price and us shareholders. This is a huge bonus. FUSE has assembled one of the most accomplished boards I've seen in a SPAC outside of the well-known Hollywood type of investors out there. It is led by the legendary Jim Ross, who is a Goliath and best known for being the global chairman of State Street's Spider Exchange Traded Funds business. You must have seen many of these State Street Spider funds and know that these are a trademark of Standard & Poor's Financial Services, which is a subsidiary of S&P Global. The acronym of SPIDER is simple: Standard & Poor's Depository Receipts. I mean, the most well known is simply the SPIDER S&P 500, which tracks the S&P 500 stock market. This was for a long time the largest ETF in the world. That's not all. Jim Ross is essentially a pioneer in developing and creating many of the world's first ETFs, including the world's largest ETF in SPY and the world's first gold ETF, Gold. His team consists of 4 more leading, diversified industry experts with years of experience and winning investments that we don't have time to go over in this video, but I do suggest reading up on them if you are interested in starting a position in FUSE. FUSE IPO'd in the end of June 2020 and raised $350 million. In their prospectus, they make it clear they are looking to acquire a company with an enterprise value of between $750 million to $3 billion. But the key item to note is they state they are looking for a company within the fintech or asset and wealth management sectors. Which leads us onto the rumor mill, which is that FUSE may well be targeting a merger with BlockFi. It all started when the Twitter account of FUSE followed none other than BlockFi CEO Zach Prince. Considering FUSE's Twitter account only follows 11 people, and Zach Prince is one of them, it's pretty suspect if you ask me. BlockFi are a fintech platform that allows customers to deposit cryptocurrencies and earn interest, kind of like a crypto bank, but they also lend money and allow customers to trade cryptocurrencies. They will also soon launch the world's first Bitcoin rewards Visa credit card, which could be huge. From my research, BlockFi is legit, and if they are the ones to merge with FUSE, I think this could literally blow up in a very short amount of time, maybe like 3x pre-merger date. Of course, all this is just speculation at the moment. I'm also speculating there may be a chance of a merger with trading app SoFi, who have come out and started screaming that they are looking for a SPAC merger. The title of this video suggests we must pick one, and considering both SPACs have yet to announce a merger, the playing field is level. So let's score these SPACs from 1 to 5, and 5 being the best in the following categories. Founder and board. It's difficult for me not to back the SPAC man on this, based on the past performance of IPOA, IPOB and IPOC, but FUSE is literally on a par, I think, with the legendary Jim Ross at the helm. SPAC funding. This is a rather simple equation. It's 1 billion versus 350 million. Do the math. Acquisition criteria. This is interesting because FUSE makes it clear fintech, and I'll repeat, fintech. And I truly believe in fintech revolution, and more importantly, crypto. So if they do get a crypto merger of some sort, I am all in. IPOF, well, we have IPOC for example. So let's not take their acquisition criteria too seriously, but I do believe they will of course be targeting a technology-based disruptive company of some sort. Short-term potential. Both SPACs have gone up since IPO, but both will be relying on merger news to further pop. And in the short term, I don't see any merger news forthcoming. Certainly not this week or next. But that's just my opinion, and I could be wrong. Shareholder structure. It appears the SPAC man has gone the extra mile with the units only providing a quarter of a warrant, and thus shareholder dilution is reduced by a lot. This is a winning move in my opinion. So the overall scores indicate IPOF is the investment that I would be going for if these were the only two SPACs in the world, and if I could only buy one right now. In reality, I think I'll be loading up on both these SPACs with a larger position in IPOF.
Money comes in, trade comes to town.
Let me know if you agree or not in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you for watching, and remember that all the content in this video is my own research and views on the stocks presented, and that you should take this with some precaution. Please ensure you do your own due diligence and speak to a professional before you look to invest any of your money. If you just happen to be interested in other huge growth stocks that could make you tons of money, please check out my other videos. For more huge growth stock picks, analysis and updates, please stay tuned and just consider subscribing to my channel so you get the information first, and hit that bell. I am The Simple Trader, and will simply see you next time.